Imagine walking down a busy street and witnessing an accident.
Instead of rushing to help, you notice others standing around, simply watching. This is the essence of the bystander effect, a psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when others are present.
In fact, studies show that the more people there are, the less likely anyone is to intervene.
This unsettling truth was highlighted during the tragic murder of Kitty Genovese in 1964, where over 30 witnesses failed to assist her. The bystander effect forces us to confront our own inaction in critical moments, igniting questions about responsibility and moral obligation in social situations.
What would you do if you were in that position? Would you be a bystander or a hero? Have you ever felt that internal tug-of-war between what you believe and how you act?
This is cognitive dissonance, a psychological conflict resulting from simultaneously holding contradictory beliefs or values. For example, consider a smoker who knows the dangers of smoking but continues to light up.
To ease the discomfort, they might convince themselves that the risks are exaggerated or that they can quit anytime.
This phenomenon highlights how we often bend our own truths to avoid facing uncomfortable realities. In a world filled with conflicting information, recognizing cognitive dissonance can empower us to resolve our inner conflicts and align our actions with our beliefs.
How do you handle moments of dissonance in your life? You meet someone for the first time, and they instantly make a positive impression on you.
This initial perception can skew your judgment in ways you might not even realize.
This is the halo effect, where our overall impression of a person influences how we view their specific traits. For example, a person deemed attractive is often perceived as more intelligent or kind, regardless of their actual abilities. This cognitive bias can have profound implications in areas like hiring practices and social relationships, reinforcing stereotypes and prejudices. Next time you meet someone new, take a moment to reflect on how your first impressions may be clouding your judgment. Are you falling into the halo trap? Have you ever noticed how we tend to seek out information that aligns with our existing beliefs?
This is called confirmation bias, a powerful psychological tendency to favor information that supports our preconceptions while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. For instance, someone who believes in a specific political ideology may only follow news sources that reflect their views, creating an echo chamber that reinforces biases.
This leads to a distorted understanding of reality and can escalate into divisive opinions.
Acknowledging confirmation bias is essential for improving critical thinking and fostering open-minded discussions.
So, the next time you come across a new idea, ask yourself, am I really considering it or just confirming what I already believe? Isn't it fascinating how our minds can influence our bodies? The placebo effect demonstrates just that, showcasing the power of belief in healing and health. When patients receive a placebo, they often experience real improvements in their symptoms simply because they believe they're receiving treatment. In clinical trials, participants who take sugar pills instead of actual medication frequently report positive outcomes. This phenomenon challenges our understanding of medicine and suggests that our mental state plays a more significant role in our health than we realize. Next time you're under the weather, consider how much your mindset could affect your recovery. Could believing you're getting better actually help you heal faster? Ever been in a meeting where everyone just seems to agree, even if the ideas aren't the best? That's groupthink, a psychological phenomenon where the desire for harmony in a group leads to irrational or dysfunctional decision-making. When individuals prioritize consensus over critical analysis, they may overlook important information or alternative viewpoints. This can lead to disastrous outcomes, as seen in historical events like the Challenger disaster or the Bay of Pigs invasion. Recognizing groupthink in our own lives is crucial to fostering environments where diverse opinions are valued and considered. Have you ever experienced groupthink, and how did it impact the outcome of your group's decision? Imagine being so confident in your abilities that you fail to recognize your ineptitude. This is the essence of the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias where individuals with low ability at a task overestimate their competence. Conversely, those with higher skills may underestimate their abilities. For instance, a novice chess player might believe they can easily beat a seasoned player, while the expert might doubt their skill against a grandmaster. This effect sheds light on the importance of self-awareness and humility in our pursuits. It reminds us that true expertise requires continuous learning and self-reflection. Have you ever had a moment where you realized you might have overestimated yourself? Have you ever walked into a room full of happy people and felt your mood lift?
This phenomenon is known as emotional contagion, where emotions can spread from one individual to another, much like a virus. Studies have shown that happiness, sadness, and even anxiety can be contagious, influencing the emotional states of those around us. This has significant implications for our social interactions and workplace dynamics. Understanding emotional contagion can empower us to cultivate positive environments and support one another's mental health.
So, what emotions are you bringing into your spaces today? Are you contributing to a positive atmosphere or spreading negativity? Why do people often follow orders, even when they conflict with their personal morals? The answer lies in our tendency to obey authority figures, a concept famously explored in Stanley Milgram's shock experiments. Participants were instructed to administer electric shocks to others, and many continued to do so despite the apparent distress of the victims, simply because an authority figure told them to. This raises profound questions about morality, responsibility, and the limits of obedience. It forces us to examine our own behavior in the face of authority. Would you follow orders that went against your conscience, or would you stand up for what you believe is right? Reflect on this as you navigate your daily life. Have you ever felt that everyone can see through your thoughts and emotions? This is the illusion of transparency, the belief that our internal states are more visible to others than they actually are. Research shows that we often overestimate how much our feelings are perceived by those around us, leading to unnecessary anxiety in social situations. This can create barriers in communication and foster misunderstandings. Understanding this illusion can help us engage more authentically, knowing that others are likely not as aware of our inner experiences as we think. In a world where we often feel judged, recognizing the illusion of transparency may just set us free. So, how can you communicate better with others, knowing they might not see your true feelings?